Hey guys, how's it going? Hopefully things are good. I boxed up the 461 until I get to order the parts for it. So I started on this project. This saw might look familiar to some of you. It was one of Dino Joe's experimental saws. He did a massive, I think this was a 056 piston, I think, that he did in here. It's like 4mm overbore. Here's a stock piston to show the size difference. But he did a cast iron sleeve on that, big bore sleeve, and this saw passes the pressure and vac test. It just don't run right. When it's warm, it runs pretty good, and then the warmer it gets, the worse it runs. And then has idling issues, and then when it does finally get warm enough, it just literally dies, and you literally can't get it to start back up. And I thought maybe the coil was getting warm and breaking down. I swapped that, changed nothing. So I've tinkered with the carb. That's done nothing. I know there's holes and stuff in the covers and like this thing, and I believe Joe said he swapped tons of different carburetors on it, trying to diagnose it too. And I acquired the project from him knowing it needed work. It's not nothing he did. His work is phenomenal. It's just this sometimes happens when you're pushing the envelope and doing massive experimental things to saws. This is sometimes part of the problem. I ordered everything to put this saw back together as stock bore, and I'll do my thing to this cylinder and put it in here. I'm going to be swapping this part with this one that was out of a part saw, just because it's got a hole here, and then I'll be putting this cover, cleaning this cover up. I'm going to put the best of the best parts that I got into it, and we'll see if I can get it the bugs worked out of it. The sleeve did shift from what we're looking at a little bit there. I talked to him about it. The sleeve does look like it shifted, and he's wondering, well, we're both thinking that there might not be enough material left in that jug to hold such a thin sleeve, and maybe when that's getting warm, that sleeve is letting something bypass somewhere else where it shouldn't be going or something. I don't know. All I know is this thing gets warm and it's over. You will literally destroy your arm pulling and pulling and pulling to get this thing to go again. And then when you finally do get it to go, it'll get a little bit warm again, and then boom, it's over. Never quite had a saw behave quite like this. I don't know. From what I'm gathering, it sounds like it's always had a little bit of an idle issue since the big bore. That could be an over pressurizing the crankcase thing or something. I'm not really sure, but we'll switch stuff around, see what happens. If the problems go away, then we know we're onto something. If the problems are still there, then I still got a lot of head scratching to do and try to figure this thing out. I really don't think it's a crankcase problem. As far as I can see, the only slight difference in this is it'll have slightly more case volume than a stock one, because he had to clearance it to get this piston to fit down in there. So, but yep, I bought this off him knowing it was going to be a project. I've never had one of these saws. Kind of always wanted one, see what they're about. So that's what we're rolling with. So once the parts come in, I'm gonna get this boxed up. I'm not gonna wash nothing on it today. I'm gonna box it up once the parts come in. I believe I got everything all but the carburetor bolts. I do not think I have the stock carburetor bolts. So, but that shouldn't be that hard to. Should just be Allen bolts. I should just be able to put this piece on and that other piece and slide a screwdriver in there, find out the length and run down to the hardware store and get a couple Allen bolts. Shouldn't be that big a deal. I actually might have some somewhere in a baggie somewhere too. It might be the right bolts, but I think they're out of another older gray model Echo, a little smaller saw. But so this is going to be another project coming on. I really wish my parts would start rolling in. I'm starting to get too many saws in boxes. I don't like that. I typically like to bust through complete, do the whole project through and through and be done with it. But I also don't like coming out here not doing nothing. So while I'm waiting on parts, I tear into another one. So I tore into this one quite a bit. So alright, you guys take it easy, try to stay warm, enjoy, and I'm gonna box this up and find something else to tear apart. You guys take it easy and have a good one.